Greetings. Today we continue our study of Revelation 15, the final 7 messengers equipped. We begin today in verse 8, considering the temple filled with smoke. Literally, in the temple it was filled with smoke from the glory of the God and from his dynamic power. And no one he was being able to go into the temple until the 7 plagues of the 7 messengers they may be completed. In Exodus 40 and verse 34, it says, "Then a cloud covered the tent of the congregation, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. And Moses was not able to enter into the tent of the congregation because the cloud abode thereon, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle." Again, in 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 10, "It came to pass, when the priests were come out of the holy place, that the cloud filled the house of the Lord, so that the priests could not stand to minister because of the cloud, for the glory of the Lord had filled the house of the Lord." Exodus chapter 19, verse 18, "And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mountain quaked greatly." In Isaiah 6:4, he says, "And the post of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke." In Ezekiel 10, in verse 4, "Then the glory of the Lord went up from the cherub and stood over the threshold of the house. And the house was filled with a cloud, and the court was full of the brightness of the Lord's glory." Again, in chapter 43 and verse 5, in chapter 44 and verse 4, Ezekiel speaks of the house being filled with the Lord's glory, but he does not specifically point out the cloud of smoke. Notice also the source of the smoke is from the glory of God and his particular power. Now, the ablative case, the opposite of possession, that is, the ablative case denotes separation, is employed here. The smoke is out from the glory of God. The smoke is out from the dynamic power of God. Finally, we're told no man was being able, or more literally, no one was being able, which would include the angelic beings as well. This condition is stated to persist until the 7 last plagues have been exacted upon the earth. The most ominous days of history lie just ahead in the discourse of the book of Revelation. The days when God's mercy, grace, love, and long-suffering give way to God's vengeance, justice, wrath, and execution of righteous judgment upon the earth.